I'm Charli Osborne, and I am a youth services librarian from Michigan. Currently, I work in Oak Park, and I chose It by Stephen King because Stephen King had such an impact on me as a teenager. I read it in my formative years, and I thought it was one of the most interesting books I had ever read. He really seemed to get kids. So this is a piece kind of in the middle of the book, but it talks about the way kids can notice things that adults do not. The door gave in on the kitchen, which was full of late afternoon sun and summer silence. The breakfast dishes sparkled in the drainer. The four of them stood by the kitchen table, bunched up, and when a door slammed upstairs, they all jumped and then laughed nervously. "Where is it?" Ben asked. He was whispering. Her heart thudding in her temples, Beverly led them down the little hall with her parents' bedroom on one side and the closed bathroom door at the end. She pulled it open, stepped quickly aside, and pulled the chain over the sink. Then she stepped back between Ben and Eddie again. The blood had dried to maroon smears on the mirror and the basin and the wallpaper. She looked at the blood because it was suddenly easier to look at that than at them. In a small voice she could hardly recognize as her own, she asked, "Do you see it? Do any of you see it? Is it there?" Ben stepped forward, and she was again struck by how delicately he moved for such a fat boy. He touched one of the smears of blood, then a second, then a long drip on the mirror. "Here, here, here." His voice was flat and authoritative. "Jeepers, it looks like somebody killed a pig in here," Stan said, softly awed. "It all came out of the drain?" Eddie asked. The sight of the blood made him feel ill. His breath was shortening. He clutched at his aspirator. Beverly had to struggle to keep from bursting into fresh tears. She didn't want to do that. She was afraid if she did, they would dismiss her as just another girl. But she had to clutch for the doorknob as relief washed through her in a wave of frightening strength. Until that moment, she hadn't realized how sure she was that she was going crazy, having hallucinations. Something.